Good afternoon. It is Friday. It is the 4th day of the excavation team being out here, and they're getting a lot done. I'm up here by the RV right now, but I know that they've been dropping rock on the road through the turn, smoothing it out, and I think the most exciting part so far has been they've been able to cut into that hill pretty good with the excavator. It looks like they're able to cut into that rock good enough, and we're taking everything they cut out and pushing it downhill. We'll have to see if we need to import any rock fill to get everything level once they're all done. But it looks like they're able to kind of scratch at the rock and that shale enough to be able to get it to break up to get it down. If they can get it down like another foot, especially right through here, where they're thinking right now, right past the stone, over to where the back of the excavator is, we won't have to blast at all. So I'm happy and sad about that. But on a completely different note, I'm a mess with unfinished projects right now. So I was showing the other day our started project on the outhouse, which is still in more or less the same condition. The boys helped me put some house wrap on it last night. So we got it wrapped, and everything else kind of looks the same as how we left it. I'll keep you updated with the progress. I'm here with Drew, and we're gonna do a project. What are we gonna do, Drew?
The door handle.
We're gonna do the door handle. We're gonna put it up right on this door. What is this building, Drew?
Poop shack.
The poop shack? All right, that works. We can call it the poop shack. But yeah, we have a door here. That way the cold air doesn't get in, right?
We don't want
We don't want cold air in.
And you don't want a toilet seat.
Don't want a cold toilet seat either. So we're gonna put the doorknob on here so that that thing can get closed up and locked. I'm over here by the barn, and the excavation team has just left. So we wrapped up that project. It's all done, and I'm gonna give you a little bit of a glimpse at it here. So I'm right here where the driveway meets the pad for the shop, and take a look at it. Look at that. Nice and smooth all the way around, all kinds of space. I even got my truck on it right now, but we've got our markings here for the corner. So there's one. This is going to be the close corner right here, and then it just goes back to that corner over there, to that corner, and then over there kind of by the front bumper of the truck. So we're good to go. And then what I really like is, check this out. So if that's the edge of the building, look how much space we have over here on the downhill side. That's easily, I don't know, 8 or 10 feet all the way down. In fact, it probably gets closer to like 12 out here, where we're planning to put a balcony off of the second floor apartment. So we'll have a lot of space for footers and doing whatever we need to. If we want to have something underneath, like a pad or something like that. But the concrete contractor was out here this morning. He's really happy with all of this, and they're telling us they'll be out here next week. So maybe not Monday, but I'd say probably by the end of next week we should have our slab poured here. So that's kind of exciting. I mean, we're, I don't know, maybe 10 days away from having that done. And depending on how much cure time we're gonna need before we can start building, we could be, I don't know, we could be 2 weeks away from breaking ground and getting started on actually putting the walls up for the shop. But I had to do another thing here. So we pulled a pretty good sized stump. If you remember from some of the other videos, we had a big tree right there by the corner of the barn. And so we pulled that stump just because once the whole shop's done, both of these two storage containers are gonna be gone. We're gonna take them and send them back, stop paying for them. But to be able to kind of get access to the back corner of the shop and this road here, this stump would have been in the way. So I had them pull it while we had the excavator here. A lot of space back here now. So once this is out, once we get the trailer pulled into the shop, we're gonna have a road that comes all the way down here and gets us all the way down to that side of the property. So that's gonna be really nice. But when they pulled the stump, you can see they pulled a nice, good sized hole right out of there. So it pulled kind of one of the arms of the roots out, and then it kind of caved in some of the dirt underneath there. So I had to get the forklift, the fork adapter, or the pallet forks onto the on the tractor, come back here, lift it up, and then kind of get it jacked up so that we're level on the shed. We have the washer and dryer in there, and the washer likes to run on a level surface, so I couldn't get it perfectly level, but I was able to put some shims underneath it and get it level enough to where we're able to run the washer again. And the last thing I'm gonna work on here right now is getting our outhouse moved. So it's pretty much done. I gotta just do a little triangle piece to do on the siding up at the top. We'll paint it, and we'll also get some corner trim on it just to cover up the edges there. And I got one more sheet of flashing I'm gonna do on the front of the shed fascia there. But for the most part, this thing's done. You can see it's on the pallet structure base that we made. So I got the pallet forks underneath there, and I was able to lift it just fine with the tractor. I was worried it was gonna be too heavy, but I used these straps, just did a loop around and hooked it to the side of the forks. And with that, I'm able to lift and even tilt it a little bit, although I don't want to tilt too much because I think I'm gonna dig into the trim or the siding here. But it's enough where I can lift it up on plane, and we're gonna move it right back here, closer to the RV and out of the way of the driveway here. and that'll give us some more of the space open back up. And yeah, this is exactly what we were hoping for with this, to be able to have an outhouse that was portable enough that we could kind of move it wherever we needed to, wherever the needs were. And right now we need it out of our way here and back up over here. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that, and we'll get this out of the way and get the two things that I've been kind of waiting to get back into the tractor for done. All right, I'll take that. I thought I had it pretty good on the first try there, but I put it too close to the RV. It was actually touching the tongue. So otherwise, I almost had it on the very first shot. I had to pull it back out a little bit, but I think it looks good. Put it up on blocks to get it nice and level so it's not wobbly at all. And if you look at it kind of from this angle, you can see it's nice in line with the RV and everything's plumb. So we got our outhouse now in the right spot, close to the door. And it only took a few minutes to get it done. So I'm gonna call that project just about done. We got a little bit of finishing detail to do on it, but it's in place now, ready to use. And I'm happy with it. Turned out nice.